Okay, this video is going to be about the Arsenal squad and who I think we should sell, loan, and keep for next season. First, I think I want to talk about the loan players. I don't see a lot of the loan players actually making a breakthrough this season. I don't see them actually improving our squad. I think we can either sell I don't know. It's either I'm selling Marquinhos or loaning him again. I reckon it's worth a trying to loan him again. So I would choose to loan Marquinhos to another club. Maybe see how he's doing in like pre-season, obviously. But apparently he's been playing like defensive on loan actually, instead of playing like on the wing. He's been playing like left back or right back, which is crazy to me. But I haven't really kept up with him. But I would say see how he is in pre-season, then maybe loan him. The next one's really painful actually. Kieran Tierney. I don't think we need Kieran Tierney anymore. I don't think that he's what Arteta's like looking for in a left back, and I think it's a shame because I really liked him. I mean, I remember at one point he was going to be the future captain because obviously he is a good leader and he's a great player. He's got great mentality, but I feel like he would flourish at a different club, maybe like a Newcastle. I could see him doing well at a Newcastle. The next player, Sambi Lokonga. I don't see it working at Arsenal. I reckon after coming back from loan, he should find a transfer offer for like a lower team. Maybe a newly promoted team. I could see him doing well in Leicester City or Southampton. I reckon he can do well for one of them. Next, Tavares. Yeah, again, just there's some weird stuff about Tavares as well, but I wouldn't keep Tavares. I would 100% sell him. So at the minute, the only one I would want to loan out again is Marquinhos. But there's another one I want to loan out. I would definitely loan out Patino, okay? I reckon in the future, Patino is going to be insane. I think he has the potential to do that. We don't exactly see it yet, but I don't think it's worth selling him yet. I reckon he's the type of player that you want to keep a little bit longer, maybe loan him to the Championship and just see how he does. But yeah, I am a fan of Patino, to be fair. Next, I'm going to go on to the bench. And when I say the bench, I do have some players like Zinchenko and Jesus there, but this is from like how we ended the season. How Arsenal ended the last, 4, 5, 6 games, whatever. And first with Gabriel Jesus, honestly, I reckon we sell Gabriel Jesus. I know it's crazy, and I know he's only, I know he was usually our starting striker before the start of this season, but I don't think he is what Arsenal need, and I think we need like a proper out-and-out striker, and I don't reckon Jesus is the type of player to do it for us, and I reckon if we sell him now, he'll get a good amount of money, but at the end of the day, he left Man City because he wasn't getting game time. Right now, he doesn't get game time at Arsenal. I would rather play Kai Havertz every day of the week over Gabriel Jesus. So I don't see how it would work, personally. Like, that's just my opinion. But I honestly think we sell Gabriel Jesus. Next, I want to say Jurrien Timber. Honestly, with Timber, I was so distraught when he got injured at the start of the season. I was absolutely distraught. I mean, I always make the joke saying he's come in, played one game, won one trophy, then disappeared. He won that game against City. He was absolutely incredible that game as well. He was running the defense, but also like the midfield. His dribbling ability is phenomenal, and he is exactly what Arsenal need. Honestly, what I would like to see is Ben White, Gabriel Saliba, and Timber as the left back. And I know that Mikel Arteta has been training Timber as a left back since he's been injured. And I saw this clip of when he was playing in I think it was like an under-21s game or something. And he got this beautiful goal from outside the box. And I'm sitting here like, bro, we're cooking now. We are cooking. So 100% keep Timber without any doubt in my mind. Like, why would you not keep Timber? Next, I'm going to go with Reiss Nelson. Honestly, it's difficult because I do like Reiss Nelson. Obviously, he's been at Arsenal for ages, and he had that extraordinary moment against what's it called? Bournemouth, 3-2, whatever. I reckon we loan him. Give him one more go out on loan to a lower club and see how he does there. Let's see how he does game in, game out, Another player I'm going to talk about, though, who's been here for a while, is Eddie Nketiah. No, I can't lie, I haven't rated him for a while. Loads of people rate him. I know my brother is going to kill me for this because my brother loves Eddie Nketiah. I don't rate him. I really don't. And I know, he has moments like he got a hat-trick against Sheffield, but you got a hat-trick against the worst defending team in Premier League history of over, isn't it 102 goals? How do you concede over 100 goals in a season? But I don't even think he's Premier League quality. I'm just a big Eddie Nketiah hater. Honestly, I feel like with him, a championship team, maybe go back to Leeds. It's a shame Leeds, I really, really wanted them to get promoted. But I reckon send him back to Leeds permanently, can't speak English, permanently. And I reckon he'll do well there. Next, Trossard, keep. Do anything to keep this man. I absolutely love Trossard. He is phenomenal. He is amazing. He's arguably better than Gabriel Martinelli. He is arguably better than Martinelli, especially this season. This season he definitely is. But yeah, he is just a phenomenal player, great for squad depth, and he scores goals. And he has a lot of goal contributions for the minutes he actually puts in, which is crazy. Next, Cedric. I think Cedric has to go. I think Cedric will go. I don't reckon. Sadly, I don't reckon Cedric. We don't need his services anymore. He was a good squad player whilst we had him, but yeah, I think Cedric goes. Same way as I think El Neni has already left. I believe Mohamed El Neni, which is sad because I really liked El Neni. I thought he was really, really good actually. I thought whenever he comes in, he just comes in and puts a good shift in, never caused any issues backstage. I think he was a really, really just, good, he was like a trooper, he's just a player, he was just good old reliable. Like the next player I'm going to name, honestly, Jorginho. Apparently we have given him a contract extension, I believe it was an extra year. I like him. I think he can control the midfield and he gives us something different. He's good on the bench because if our system isn't working, Arteta knows we can put Jorginho in there. And we've seen some times where he's started games this season and he's been phenomenal. Like, he is just a different player to have. And I think he's a good player to have. And I reckon to keep him 1 year more, maybe a second year, we'll see how he's doing by the end of this year because obviously he's getting older. His legs aren't the same as they used to be. Next player is... Oh, it's really hard. I don't know what to say. Vieira. We don't see a lot of him. And I don't think I want to... We have a lot of players in his position, I feel. I would say sell him. I think we sell Vieira and he can maybe go back to Liga NOS. Or it's not called Liga NOS anymore, is it? But it's just easier to call it that. The Portuguese league, I reckon he'll do well at a Porto or, a Benfica. But I don't see him working out, really. Because we have the next player, Emil Smith-Rowe. Oh, I miss when Emil Smith-Rowe played more. I really do. I reckon loan him out. Because I don't want to sell him. It would feel wrong selling Emil Smith-Rowe, in my opinion. But I reckon we loan him out to maybe a lower club. But he can play for a lot of clubs, to be fair. I can see him balling at a lot of clubs. Okay, I definitely want to see Emil Smith-Rowe stay at the club. Like the next player who I don't think will stay at the club, but I just wish he was. I wish he was because I love him. Aaron Ramsdale. It's sad because at the start of the season I was like, I don't want him. And I was really against it because I absolutely love Ramsdale. But now he isn't playing and he deserves to be playing. And I believe he can absolutely thrive for a lower team. He a team in the Premier League still, because I think he would stay in England. Lower down the league. He was at the Southampton playoff game when Southampton sadly beat Leeds. I keep saying sadly, all the Southampton fans are going to hate me. I can see him at Southampton, just really random, Just imagine that, seeing Ramsdale, because he would play game in, game out. And I feel if he actually plays game in, game out, week in, week out, he would definitely retain his old form. You know, he is an incredible goalkeeper. There's no mistake about it. You know, Raya maybe just works better in our system, and he has made some mistakes this season. But I do like Raya now, and obviously he is the first choice. He has got the Golden Glove. So, yeah, I would sell Ramsdale. We can get a good bit of money for Ramsdale. I believe at least 25-30 million, at least. You know, obviously that's been capped kind of at 30 million because of the lack of game time from him, which is upsetting. Next two players, the last two that I have on the sub/reserves, Kivior and Zinchenko, which is awkward. Honestly, I say we sell Zinchenko because it's weird. He's like an inverted left back who goes into centre mid, and I get that, and I get that's the system that we like sometimes, but it doesn't work. I don't think. I think he is a one-trick pony, and if he can't do that, you know, inverting into midfield, he doesn't offer much else. He cannot defend. He is awful at defending, and you've seen that countless times this season, even last season, where he just can't defend. And you can't have that from a left back. You know, you're a defender. You're meant to defend, you know. But, so I say we sell Zinchenko, at least 20-25 million again. Just, you know, FFP, you know, keeping the money up. And the next player, Kivior, as I said, I reckon we keep him. I think he's a good squad player. He's good for squad depth. And he has some great moments this season. And he's had some bad moments this season. But I reckon we just keep him. Don't loan him. Just keep him in the squad. And I reckon he will do well for us next season. Because knowing Arsenal, we will have injuries. We always have injuries. So, on to the starting 11. Raya, obviously, keep. Very I I'd say that with actually the entire defence of Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Saliba and Ben White. Obviously Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba is very obvious. And I want to say Tomiyasu, I love him. He's a versatile player. He's a player who can play left back, and we've seen him play left back, which is good because we need left back cover. He can play centre back. He plays left centre back for Japan. He's obviously an out and out right back. He's just an old school defender. He's just a defender that goes, go on. Like, where'd you play in defence? Anywhere, mate. I'll play anywhere in defence. I absolutely love Tomiyasu. And then, onto the midfield, Thomas Partey. It's annoying. He was playing very well at the end of the season, but he's injury prone. He's so injury prone, and we cannot have a player who is so injury prone. I mean, in my opinion, the best ability is availability, and he isn't available, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure when we signed from Atletico Madrid, he was a player that never got injured. He signed for Arsenal, he got injured all the time. And I feel like we can make a good amount of money from him. I think we signed him for near enough 40 million. I reckon we can get 35 million for him. And he is a very good player. Whoever gets him has a very well-rounded, good player. And I believe he's a very good DM, and he will do well and thrive for any club he joins. Next, Odegaard, Rice, keep, never sell, never sell. Odegaard's incredible, absolutely phenomenal. Declan Rice, you know, one of the signings of the summer, you know, of the season even. He's incredible. I love Declan Rice so much. And then I'd keep, obviously, Saka. I would keep Martinelli. But you got to think about Martinelli, because he didn't have the last season. He didn't have the best season, you know, for his standards. But I feel like a lot of people are just throwing hate at him, saying, you know, he's not as good, you know, blah, blah, blah. He didn't have as good as a season, true. But I reckon he can pick his form back up. And if he doesn't, we have Trossard. So it's okay at the end of the day. But I really hope that he kind of figures out his form and he gets back to the levels he's at. Because he is a great player. He's a phenomenal player and I love him. All right, he is a player who makes a difference, Martinelli, when he plays well. And then obviously, King Kai, keep. I love Kai Havertz. I still think we need like an out-and-out striker, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. But he is a player that steps in and he gets the job done. And I was one of the people that's like, why have we signed him? Why have we signed him? You know, 65 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I would do. Please like and subscribe. And comment down below anything you agree with. If there's anyone that you think that we should definitely be selling that I've mentioned that we keep or loan. or if there's anyone who I said to loan, and maybe you're like, hey, you know, they should be in the squad, whatever. But whatever it is, just comment it down below and see you for the next video.